Yo, people. So, got another one coming thick and fast at the moment. So, I'm on a bit of a Adam Sandler roll at the moment, and they're sort of sparring off each other. So, I thought I would go with this. And I saw this one last night again, and then woke up to see the whole Adam Sandler was on the Eurovision, or people were saying they thought it was Adam Sandler on the Eurovision. So after I was already thinking about the previous Adam Sandler is DJ Khaled, and then I started to see this one, and then I woke up to that. I was like, man, this is crazy, like, you know. So I thought like I'd get into it today. So yeah, without further ado, I believe that Adam Sandler is also playing Be Real of Cypress Hill. So back in the day, I was a big Cypress Hill fan. You know, like that first album is just a masterpiece. The second album is great as well. But that first album, the sampling, like it was 91 when that came out. Like there was nothing like, no one had heard anything like that. The songs they were coming with, the Funky Feel one, How I Could Just Kill a Man, Hand on the Pump, Latin Lingo. Like they had like some big singles off that album. They were being played on MTV all the time. And yeah, I mean that just that whole head nod, doom, doo 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 doom, doom, doo 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 doom, doom. They just had this funky head nod thing going on that you just couldn't help but like nod your head to. So yeah, like I was a big Cypress Hill fan, and I still like Cypress Hill, the old stuff especially. But like you know, I know they're part of it. It's Be Real, throwing up the devil horns. So yeah, like you know, they're all part of it. So yeah, like how I came across this is I was doing the Adam Sandler is DJ Khaled video, and I saw this picture of DJ Khaled from when he was younger, looking like Adam Sandler, and I was like thinking he also looks like Be Real. Now I've seen Cypress Hill a few times over the years, but the first time I saw him was in at Reading Festival '94 when they headlined. And it was, you know, it was amazing. See it on YouTube if you ever want to watch it. Yeah, it was cool. But also, like, I met Cypress Hill like during that day on the Friday. They was just walking around Reading Festival, like, and mostly stars don't do that. They don't walk around the main festival. And then, like, I just looked up. I was like, it's Cypress Hill. Now, bearing in mind, Reading Festival is like Reading, Berkshire. And it's full of like white little rock kids getting drunk for the first time in their lives. And suddenly there's these three LA gangster looking dudes walking around like, you know, they stood out like a sore thumb. So I went over to him. And I was trying to be cool, and I was just like, yo, Cypress Hill, man, hey, what time you on? Knowing that they were headlining. And like, I remember Sendog like saying something like, I don't know, man, later, like trying to be cool. And Muggs was just quiet, and Be Real just gave this sort of like nod and like look like, hey man, thanks man, you know, like so it was cool. But the one thing that stood in my mind with meeting Cypress Hill was they were big dudes, and I don't mean big in height. I mean they were doing weights. They had big chests. Do you know what I mean? All three of them. They were doing serious weights. That's what I always remember when I saw them. And if you see this picture here, you can see that he's got like a sort of big chest. And the weird thing is, I always remember seeing a picture of Adam Sandler years ago and thinking, shit, he does weights. You know, he's a big dude. And if you see this picture here, you can see it. I think he's even got a gym bag there. Do you know what I mean? He did some weights. And I remember thinking, yeah, he's quite a big dude. So if we look at like some similarities, we've got like, obviously, Be Real had many haircuts, but here's one of his afro haircuts. Now this is a picture of Adam Sandler when he was young with an afro. So you can start to see the likeness there. And there's another picture of Be Real with an afro. Now this is a younger picture of Adam Sandler. Now notice his skin colour on the left when he was young. He's looking like olive skin. And then I found this picture of Adam Sandler. It seems that his natural skin is more olive, which is similar to Be Real. So if you look at them here, this picture of Be Real without a hat and with hair looking younger, Put them together there, you can start to see how they could be the same person. So I actually think that Adam Sandler's made himself more white. And then we got this one here. This is a picture of Adam Sandler when he was young. Look at the eyes on this. Very similar eyes on this one. You start to see the resemblance in the eyes. Because Adam Sandler's definitely done something to his eyes, or B Real's done something to his eyes. So let's look at his partner and family. So here's Adam Sandler with his partner. He's got 2 girls. This is B Real with his partner and his daughter. So look at the wives here. Could definitely be the same person. A little bit of makeup. She's got darker eyebrows there, and same sort of shaped face, same colour hair, easily changed. Then look at this. This is Adam Sandler's family there, and look at the middle daughter. So compare her to the daughter of B Real. Obviously, she's got a little bit more weight on her, but look at the faces. Now, the main thing to look at is the smile. Look at her smile and look at the edge of her corners of her mouth. They've got these little sort of lines, and she's got them too. Also look at the eyebrows. They're quite high, different shape and size. So they've changed the nose. If you notice here, like the way they do this thing, they either squeeze the nose in or they puff the nose out. It's one of the things I noticed that they do. Also, they can add tips to the nose, make the nose longer. They can do all sorts. So yeah, like B Real, you know, a lot of the time wears caps, sort of famous for his cap and goatee. And there's many pictures of Adam Sandler wearing caps. He loves his caps. Wears that general sort of, you know, hip hop, American sort of street thing. He wears those sort of clothes. So there's that picture I showed you earlier of B Real, and then Adam Sandler with a goatee. You can start to see the resemblance there. Adam Sandler often wearing goatees. Many photos of him wearing a goatee, in which of course B Real has always got a goatee. And of course Cypress Hill, famous for smoking weed. And Adam Sandler is definitely a smoker, confirming his support for smoking marijuana, which was a play on his song that he wrote called about Hanukkah, where he was told that he couldn't say he liked smoking marijuana, but the truth is that he smokes weed. So B Real with Chuck D, Public Enemy, and Rage Against the Machine done a band called Prophets of Rage. And B Real often wore this Saudi Arabian style headdress, and I was like, why is he even doing that? I didn't even really get it. So when I was researching this, I was thinking, I wonder if there's anything to do with Adam Sandler and Arabian style headdress. So I googled it and I found this: Adam Sandler as Iraqi Pete on Saturday Night Live. So apparently in his early days on Saturday Night Live, he did this character called Iraqi Pete wearing the Arabian headdress, and here is B Real wearing that headdress. So that's a powerful link. So obviously Adam Sandler's a comedian, and B Real is definitely a joker. Here he is in Dr. Green Thumb. So much so that he started a clothing brand with some friends called Joker. Now, interestingly enough, Cypress Hill had a collective name with other groups, and they were called the Soul Assassins. I mean, interesting name straight away, isn't it? A Soul Assassins, assassinate your soul. Tells you who they're signing with. And you can get clothing of that. And here's B Real wearing that clothing. Notice the hat, SA, Soul Assassins. Or is it AS, Adam Sandler? So I got some good links here. But you know, the links aren't as strong as some of the other ones. I had to really dig deep for this. And they are definitely making this one harder to spot. But as always with the rappers that have influenced me, because you know, music was such a big influence on my life, and all of these rappers from like the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s had such influence on my life. Like, you know, and it's hard to see them as other people, but you know, I saw something in it and I started researching and I found some links. So, you know, intuition plus research, found some links. I believe there's something in this. But the one thing I know for sure is that they are definitely playing many characters. And some of them are easy to spot and some of them are hard to spot. Hope you enjoyed that video. Peace!